Created in 1991 under the regime of then-President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, the state of Osun is one of Nigeria's states with a rich cultural heritage. The road leading to the southwestern states looks so peaceful, the environment serene as well. The state governor, Aregbesola, is a refined technocrat who is diligently following the agenda of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration, one of which is to diversify the economy into different sectors. And in agriculture, Osun stands out amongst its equals. But one striking thing about Osun State is the rich culture, which includes the annual Osun Osogbo Festival, a gathering recognized worldwide, and is attended by people from different races and backgrounds as well. Of note is the warning that you do not ask or make a pledge to the goddess, the river goddess Yeye Osun, without fulfilling it. Ore Yeye Osun. The tourist attraction in Osun also includes the Olumirin waterfalls in Ijesha, which is one of the biggest waterfalls in this part of the world. The Aregbesola-led administration has hit giant strides in the area of education, some of which are exemplified here.
The government of Aregbesola, came in since November 26, 2010. Okay, and even before the government came in, the government already had a plan put in its pact, in Aregbesola's pact with the people of Osun. And as far as education is concerned, it was defined that education that will be functional to the needs of the society, education that will produce complete human beings, people who will be responsible to the society. And immediately the government came in, it came up within the first 2 months, we had an educational summit. And in that summit, all stakeholders came and people gave the ideas of where the direction the government should go. But the government put that and compared that with what it was coming with. The easiest way to understand and appreciate what the government has done is to see what UNICEF and the other agencies, world agencies, how they have rated the government. Basically, all international agencies and even other governments in Nigeria have confirmed that the government of Aregbesola has done the most in education, in Nigeria for a long time now. And you can see the focus is to produce world-class graduates from its schools that will be able to compete anywhere. People who have confidence and character and be able to hold their own wherever they find themselves. Some of the things, the facilities that we met on ground are places that some people will not put their pets because of the level of decay. And that's why there was a focus on transforming the environment of learning. Where we are now, it's Ilesha Government High School, which is just next door to the iconic Ilesha Grammar School. And we recognize the part that Ilesha Grammar School has played in the lives of thousands of people. A lot of very respectable Nigerians finished from Ilesha Grammar School, which is one of the reasons why the new government high school is situated right next door to the Ilesha Grammar School. And our focus is to produce the student who will be a complete Omoluabi. And who is an Omoluabi? An Omoluabi is somebody who has character, who has courage, and who is rational in thinking. We need to move our education to... Our education has been very strong on knowledge transfer, but weak in critical thinking, productivity, and problem solving. one of the things we really must be proud of. Okay, Mr. Governor has been invited to the British Parliament to enlighten them on our experience, the positive experience on the homegrown program. But the truth is that the homegrown feeding program, it's been a phenomenal success. And it is a success by virtue of the planning that went into it and the quality of execution. And we have not missed serving quantitative, good quality meal since the very first day it was launched. And we did not just even decide to serve yearly food. The government actually partnered with professors in the university to come up with a menu that will be most suitable, okay, for the children in this environment. And it's also an integrated program. It is something that has also been designed specifically to help the economy of the state, such that you find we have actually found several people come and invest in agriculture in the state because of the advantage of being able to take advantage of the homegrown feeding program. And when the government first came, we had a lot of industrial unrest and strikes and things like that. Opelmu is another transformational program and project. And what did it seek to do? It was simply to, and it's a two-stage thing without people realizing it. The first thing is you put a tablet in the hand of a child, that child has become digitally literate. So in just one fuel soup, okay, without so much of talking and whatever, you move a child, okay, from a rural, okay, agrarian environment and way of life, okay, and you transform that child, okay, to a digital literate, world aware child, okay. That is the first thing that the appointment did, okay. Now the second is it democratized best practices in learning, in teaching and learning, okay. What you do with Okoma is you take the best in everywhere, the best in terms of teaching and learning, in terms of materials, okay, and then you put it in the hand of the child in a way that it becomes very useful. Some children learn best by reading, some by listening, some by having to participate. Most of us will learn by a little of each of these. What Opomo has done is to provide to every child a tool with which he or she can learn the way he or she learns best.
One of the schools refurbished by Ogbeni Aregbesola is the Anthony Udofia Elementary School.
I want to appreciate the government of the state of Osun for its interest and effort on education sectors. You know, before I want to talk about the building. Before, we don't have a mega structure like this that is conducive for learning. In those days, we have threatening and dilapidated building before the advent of this present government. But when they came into power, and one of his agenda is quantitative education, and he has been working hard on it. And the teachers, we were also very happy to be in this kind of environment, because even when you are going to work, you'll be very happy to come to work. In those days, when you wake up in the morning, you will not be happy, because the kind of room you are going to stay, the kind of classroom you are going to stay to teach the pupils is not conducive. But today, we thank God and we thank our governor for his efforts on education.
I will say that we thank our governor for providing us a good leader for tomorrow. They feed us 5 times in a week.
Another undeniable achievement of the man fondly called Romiyan is the establishment of the Bola Ige Mechatronics Institute, the first of its kind in Africa.
Bimi is a dream come true. is one of the consumptions of Ogbeni Rauf Adeshoji Aregbesola. It's something that he had in mind to do, and it's now a reality. We are at the biggest, the largest, and the first of its kind mechatronics institute in Africa. And if I say in Africa, you can try to Google and find out if there has ever been any kind of institute of this magnitude. This is beaming, like I said, and what do we do here? We equip, we re-equip, and we produce the best in the world of automotive mechatronics. How did this start? We were opportune to travel to Germany, courtesy of Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola some 2.5 years back. We went there for training, an intensive training on automotive mechatronics technology. And ever since we've been back, we were not thrown away. We have been reabsorbed into the system, and we have been equipped to train automotive technicians, those that are still coming into the system, those that have the interest of joining the field of automotive mechatronics. Now, to the glory of God and the help from the Ogbeni, we have been able to train so many people from those that have interest. Currently, we have our students on grant. We have some prospective students too, and I believe there are still many out there that have not heard of this place, and as soon as they hear of it, they will be interested in coming, because the state-of-art equipment that you can talk of in the world of automotive mechatronics presently in Africa and even the world over, based on the fact that our training is not just from anywhere over the world. We went to one of the best in the world of automotive, that is Germany. I believe when you hear the country Germany, you know we are talking of the best. So that is where we have gone for training, and ever since we have been impacting knowledge. We have trained some automotive technicians. We have trained some students that we categorize as a MVC student, that is a National Vocational Certificate student. Those ones, they will undergo intensive training in the world of automotive mechatronics. So this place is really a dream come true. Additionally, we usually have our German experts come around quarterly, that is for updating of our knowledge, as well as repair and maintenance of our equipment. You know, most of the, and even all of the equipment we have here, they were imported from Germany, from Lucas Training Institute, Kapensindorf, Germany. So they always come around for that training, and we are affiliated with them. We always get updates from them. I said earlier, Lucas, we always get regular updates from them, and anytime we need their assistance, we mail them, and they get themselves around there to do all the necessary things they have to do.
Among other notable achievements of Ogbeni Aregbesola is the construction and repairs of road in the state, as well as the impeccable networking which allows free flow of traffic for the over 4 million inhabitants of the state spread across its 30 local government areas, from Ayedade to Ife to Ila and Irewole, not forgetting Oriade local government areas.
First and foremost, let me say that when Ogbeni came into this state, it could be best not compared, but taking into consideration what was happening then, could be taken to be like what the world was before God declared, "Let there be light," and there was light. Not so much in that form, but Osun was like, you know, a backward state, if I may be allowed to say that, in terms of almost everything that you can think of in modern terms. But since he came, I think we have leapt away from that, and we have overtaken quite a number of states. I'd like to start by the basic essence of a government, which is to secure life and property of the citizens. That is the security of the people and the environment. Prior to Aregbesola's coming, the truth of the matter is that there are a lot of security problems, not akin to what they had in the Northeast, but we do have a lot of sleepless nights around, and indeed there were too many things, calling for security attention, which were not particularly, done before he came. But since he came, he had reordered the priority and ensured that security means are enhanced far, far beyond what could be imagined, could be done within so short a time, to the extent that all those security problems got reduced to the barest minimum. I can tell you categorically that he invested in the Nigerian police a lot of money. Indeed, he set up a special security task force, which he bought a lot of vehicles, arms and ammunition with the permission of the Nigerian police, or let me say in collaboration with the Nigerian police. Osun is blessed, very well blessed with tourist potentials. Number one, we have the Olumiri waterfall. It's perhaps the primus inter pares within and amongst, because long before now, even when it was not developed, when it was not, people do come to see that wonder that is called Olumiri waterfalls. It's based in Erin-Ijesha. Many people identify it as Erin-Ijesha waterfall, but indeed the real name is Olumiri waterfalls. It is somewhere in Ijesha land. It has been there for ages. When this administration came into being, the government had tried so much to improve on the situation and make it more, attractive to tourists. And I tell you, there has been increase in the number of people who used to visit from just few in the past to quite a stupendous number today. And then is having an hotel where you can, take your night if you so wish to stay, and so many other, values are being added to the Olumiri waterfall as it is today. The Osun Osogbo Festival, which has been held yearly, and indeed which has been taken as an heritage site by the UNESCO. As I speak to you today, plans are afoot, for this year's edition of the Osun Osogbo Festival. It has the hand of the federal government, Susan Wenger, which the German woman who found her way into Osogbo many decades ago, had made some development in that in that environment, which I'm sure was part of why the UNESCO decided to make it an heritage site, and indeed ensure that it becomes what people come from all over the world. It's always a kind of 2-week-long action-packed program. Apart from the visit to Osun Shrine itself, which is the grand finale, there is a day, which is called the day for the lighting of the 16 lamps. They call it Atupa Oloju Merindinlogun. There are 16 local lamps, which existence dated back to when Osogbo came into being. Of course, the totality of the programs that will mark Osun Osogbo will start with what they call Iwo-Popo. Iwo-Popo means clearing the footpath or the path to the palace and eventually to the groove, to the Osun Grove. And in banishing hunger, when he came into office, when eventually he won his mandate from the court and he came into office, the government established what it called ORIP, Osun Rural Enterprise and Agricultural Program, ORIP. And in that, there were a lot of other, units, whereby you have like OBOBs, OFISH, you know, almost everything that you can. Yeah, whole beef, whole, you know, the whole is Osun. The man is a success, is an achiever. Aregbesola is a successful governor by all standards, incomparable to, you know, many of his peers elsewhere, because consistently he is thinking about how to achieve the welfare of the people, improve the situation of this system, improve the environment and everything. Just like Obafemi Awolowo said during his lifetime, you know, when others are busy carousing with women of easy virtue, you know, Rauf Aregbesola is always by his table, thinking on how to solve the problem of the society.
An average Osunian will agree that even though they are yet to get to their final destination, Ogbeni Aregbesola's vision and exemplary leadership will in no distant future bring them among the committee of states in the country. Osun Adarao.